Hello, my craft friends! Welcome back to Sweet Bay Lane. If you're new here, I'm Tracy, and I am so glad you stopped in to craft with us because this is part 3 of a 7-part series where we are DIY crafting all things spring. Yep, we skipped right past winter and we're jumping into spring. Now, if you missed part 1 and 2, I'll have those linked in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started with part 3.
Okay, now the supplies for this DIY are very simple and quite affordable, but the end result is gorgeous. You're going to need one of these wood cutout bunnies from the Dollar Tree in their Easter section. You'll also need a pack of their spring napkins. You can find these in their spring line. And you'll need a roll of wrapping paper. I also got this from the Dollar Tree in the wedding section. We start our project by taking our wrapping paper and cutting out a rectangular piece that fits our bunny. Once we have our rectangular piece of paper cut, we're now going to bring in our glue stick. We're going to apply a coat of glue to the front side of our bunny and the back side of our wrapping paper. Once we get it stuck down, we're going to flip it over and we're going to rub out all of the little bubbles or wrinkles that we have in our paper. Once we have our wrinkles all smoothed out and our bubbles, we're going to remove the excess paper from around our bunny with a pair of scissors. Then we're going to come in and fine-tune the edges with this sandpaper. Once we have that done, we're left with this beautiful paper-covered bunny. And the edges are nice and clean from that sandpaper removal. Now we're going to be working with the napkins. We'll start with one of the napkins. We're going to fold it out, and as you'll see, these napkins come with 4 designs, so it gives you a lot of options to craft with. We start by cutting one of the designs out, and then we're going to remove the plies from the back side of the napkin. We want just one single ply of the design, as I'm showing you here. Then once we have that done, we're just going to kind of fit our design onto our bunny and see where we'd like it to lay. Once we figure that out, we're then going to cut out around the design. And you can add as much or as little of the design as you choose. I started by adding the larger part of the flower design to the bottom of my bunny. I just applied it with some regular stick glue from Elmer's. And I put it on the back side of the napkin along with the front side of the bunny. Then if there's any loose edges, you can just take the glue, add a little bit, and then just gently press it into the bunny. And if you have any leftover napkin hanging over the edge, just use your sandpaper to clean that up. Now once I had that design on, I brought in the Happy Spring. I cut around the Happy Spring just to make sure that I didn't have a lot of excess napkin around the design, and then I glued that to my bunny as well. I then finished my bunny by just adding a few more details from the napkin. Now that we have our design glued down, we're going to let the glue dry. And this next step is just going to age the bunny. We're going to do a dry brushing technique around the outer edge and then gently across the top side of our bunny. And for that, I'm going to be using this apple barrel in burnt umber with this 1.5 inch dry brush that I purchased from Walmart. And as you'll see, I go a little bit heavier on the outer edges, and then I just lightly brush over the top side of the bunny, which I think gives it a beautiful aged detail. And as you'll see, this is a most beautiful little table sitter. I think this would be perfect to put on little Easter brunch tables or just as decor. Well, I hope that inspires you to make one of your own. Also, thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, if you missed part 1 and 2, I'll have those linked in the description box below. Well, until next time, keep it crafty.